Hey everyone, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well and you've had a good week. Just back with another, sorry, just to rearrange myself, with another video just to talk about the solar plexus today. So that's located just between our heart and our tummy button. So this particular chakra or energy center is actually geared towards our emotions. It's the seat of our personal power. So if we are lacking a little bit of motivation or things just feel very dull, flat, meaningless, bit like that, it could be that we've got a blocked solar plexus chakra. If it's an overactive one, it can reflect in that we are a little bit overbearing, a bit dominating, bit manipulative, that kind of stuff, because there's a very close connection between the solar plexus and the heart. Again, last week I mentioned that it's the seat of our emotions. That's why I say it's our personal power place, because if we're in balance and a place of balance, this chakra not only works on the emotions and our power base pretty much, but it also energizes every other chakra and all the energy through our body. So this is really vital that this mid chakra is kept healthy, open, balanced at all times, because as I say, it can really be quite negative if it's not balanced in that manipulation, overbearing, dominating. You'll often find narcissists will be either very shut down or very overactive in their solar plexus. Anybody that's had to live with a narcissist, yep, knows what that can be like and how clever and how destructive and how, just you're giving away your power to somebody else when we're impacted by somebody's energy that way. So what can we do? So I've got quite a few crystals this time, because the colour for this area is yellow. It's also linked to our body organs such as the digestive system, as I mentioned last week. It's very close to the sacral plexus. And where that's the seat of our creativity, this is our motivation. So you can kind of see as we're going along how they all connect. So our root chakra or base chakra is our personal physical needs being met, our safety, anything relating to this, the physical. The solar plexus, or sacral plexus, apologies, is related to our creativity, our sexuality. So it's kind of getting out of that physicality to some extent and becoming more expanded. Then we get to the solar plexus, that expands again, and that's where we become very positive or negative. Obviously we all want to be in a place of balance, so if it is, then we're on a good flow going up and down the body. And this one, the solar plexus, is so closely connected to the heart. Sometimes you can use colours that are veering on that pale green, just as a side note. So I'm going to talk about some of the crystals we can use. So on the first one, this is a personal favourite of mine. Sorry, they're nearly all my favourites. I just love crystals. Is Septarian. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's also known as dragonstone, or dragon's egg, and it's very connected to the earth, so it's very grounding. You can see there's multiple colours and stuff in it. So this is that base sacral solar connection. So it works on all of them. Awesome crystal. This is another one we mentioned last week. So citrine. So this is polished. This is natural. So you can see that beautiful yellowy green. Again, citrine is an awesome crystal to use. It's very good if we are kind of the sort of person that gets stuck in our head. So if your emotional stuff is connected to this rather than this, citrine will be the one for you to use. Other ones we can use are amber. So this is a little piece of amber. It's got a couple of little bugs in. That's the black bits you can see in there. So amber's a very good one. Again, I think I mentioned before, I wouldn't tend to wear amber too often or for too long above the waist. I know some people feel very comfortable with it. I know for me personally, I find it too grounding, it's too draining, and I actually feel like I'm physically being pulled downwards. So I tend to find I get very headachy if I wear it too often. Another beautiful stone is tiger's eye, we mentioned last week, and you'll see there's a theme here. A lot of them can be used for both. Tiger's eye, everyone knows that beautiful honey gold luster. Another great one, and again, it's that connection to grounding. This is an unusual one to use because they come in different colours, but it's a personal favourite of mine, especially since I've relocated here to Australia. It just summarises the Australian colours and landscapes. Mookaite. So this is mainly yellow, but it can come in various shades of creamy white right through to almost that orange deep earth red, and bits of black. So that's a really good one to use, along with yellow calcite, and we mentioned that last week, so I'm not going to show you that one, but I'm going to show you a couple of more unusual ones. So this is golden topaz. So golden topaz is a beautiful, beautiful gentle stone to use, that you can use on that. If you're laying down meditating, you can place this on the solar plexus. Beautiful crystal. If you find that you're blocked, this one will just bring some clarity, and that's a lovely one. This is another unusual one. This is called Aragonite, and this is called a Sputnik, or a little Aragonite star. Again, it's very closely connected to Earth, but it's one we can use on the solar plexus. And because the solar plexus is connected to the element of fire, I had to bring this one. It's a fire agate, and this is a beautiful one to use as well. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you find that your solar plexus is not balanced, as I mentioned, it is linked to the digestive system, so you will be thinking or experiencing health issues if it's blocked or out of balance. You could experience things like diabetes, celiac disease, trying to think of some other ones. Stomach ulcers, that's a big one, because again, if we don't talk or release those emotions and we hold them in, and look, we're human beings, we do feel sometimes we can't talk about it, or we have guilt or shame or whatever crap that we carry as people associated with that emotion, and we tend to lock it down. Those people you'll often find will suffer stomach ulcers, and there'll often be people who can't talk through their emotions too easily. So just have an awareness of that. So again, just as we discussed before, laying on a bed or on the floor, whatever you feel comfortable doing, you can even do it on the sofa, and just place those crystals however you feel drawn. So you can put a single one, any of those. You can add any other yellow ones, yellow jasper, I'm just trying to think of the myriad of yellow stones, calcites, any of those. You can put those on that area and just breathe in, as we discussed last week. Visualize that beautiful yellow, sunshine yellow, energizing that whole area around just above your tummy button, just below your ribs, just above your tummy button. So that whole area, as you're breathing in, filling up with that beautiful sunshine yellow. As you breathe out, just all the crap that you've held there, just let it go. So that's a little bit about the solar plexus. So I hope you're finding these useful and interesting. Again, please, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a message on Facebook, Grids by Crystal Laurie, or you can add a question at the bottom of the video, that's no problem. I'm also just adding some notes with the names of the crystals used on the video, just if people want to remember them, because I do this and it goes out of my head as well. So I'm trying to remember to put them in underneath before I put them away. Just in relation to some stuff this week, there's been major solar flares going on for the last few days. So a lot of people may have been experiencing this last week, extreme fatigue, aches and pains that they can't really identify or put their finger on. Could be a number of different issues that are surfacing. Just have an awareness. It's the energy that's around at the moment. It's not you personally. If it goes on for more than 2 or 3 days, then obviously get yourself to get checked out if you're still feeling really out of sorts. But normally, once the energies drop, things settle down again. And any of these crystals can be used. So now you've got 3 chakras we've discussed. You've got 3 different crystals you can use on those chakras. So next week we'll start talking about the upper chakras, starting with the heart. So we'll mention some of the beautiful stones that can be used to help us look after, learn to love and nurture ourselves, because it's one thing we don't do. We're so busy looking at everyone else, looking at the planet, looking at the environment, looking at what else, we forget ourselves. So a big part of that is learning self-care, self-love. That's your personal responsibility to do that. If you can't look after you, how the hell do you expect to look after anyone else? So we'll be going over that next week. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. We've got a glorious winter afternoon again here in Queensland. Hope your week is sunny and spectacular and loving and fun. Have a good one. Talk soon. Mwah. Much love to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Bye.